Hello everyone, we are now audio live and video live. Oh, it looks like the cameras got fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Fun. One moment. Alright. 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 Alright.
Uh-oh. Oh.
What was that number? Player 2. Okay. That's no. We want the bottom left quadrant. Welcome, Ellie. You are now the bottom left quadrant of the political compass.
Oh.
So, you know. I've got you right where I want you. Ha ha ha. Yes, welcome everyone to... And I didn't make an exclamation mark Arcspire, did I? No, I did. Okay, yeah, there's a 411 Arcspire. Hello. Welcome everyone to Arcspire, a show where faction influence and identity drives the action as our players go through a strange alien biome. Hello, boys from the Baltic Star. We're playing this interesting OSR game by Kevin Crawford and having a great time in the process. Am I the only person who just lost Scoop?
I hear her.
I feel like we had weeks where this didn't happen, and then it's coming back again. All right.
I hear her.
I know you do. That's not the problem.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
All right. So, yeah, I'm aware. Cool, everyone. So, welcome back. When last we left, we were on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Quite literally.
And over the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge, our party is being attacked as they go from spire to spire and cliffside to cliffside. And there is a flight of axe raptors coming at them. Ask the big question. Ha ha ha. And when last we left our heroes, they had just heckled Cass Fenborn to cling at a perilous pace while still climbing kit attached to Vivienne. Hello. And yeah, I think that we're having an exciting adventure. I also think that the degree to which you have accrued system strain is presently impacting your AC, isn't it, Vivienne?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, your skin is growing hard and porcelain-like. Yeah, so there's a special mechanic in this where system strain, something you accrue that goes up against your con score to eventually you, transforms you, because all the players are some group of people known as the Marked. And they are all sent from the Arcspire, and they're a member of a clade, a certain ideological faction. The Reclaimers, the Guardians, or the Arcanists, although Reinrich Carver, our Arcanist for this adventure, had to miss due to personal events, so he won't be around. But he's very cool. Check him out. Exclamation mark Fool's Moon will show you the wonderful people who have sponsored this. Also check the bottom right of the screen. Fool's Moon Entertainment is a lovely indie game collective enterprise in the tabletop space. Go to them to check out some diverse and inclusive creators. Now then, they sponsor and make the show possible. Big ups to them. There are 3 major ways you can influence the show. 1, to the left, you see there is a 0% bar presently. You can go down to About Me section on Twitch, click Money Honey, click Donate, and give the show money directly. That will make that bar go up. And when it reaches $50, a wild magic surge will happen that changes the whole play of the field. You may also, for no money at all, click a Dangerous to Go Alone from the chat bar, type in a character's name, hit enter, and I will give them an item or insight in the moment that helps them out. And thirdly, for Arcspire in particular, there's a bits menu, so if you give a certain amount of bits, you may cause a certain event, such as adding extra mooks to the next encounter, adding hit dice to the next major boss they fight, helping them with helpful spirits, sending magical healing to the whole squad, you name it. And yeah, all that said and done, I think that we move forward to return to turn order in the game, medias res, because you are presently getting punked on by some terrifying pedactyls. It is presently Lauren Haysworth looking a little Attack on Titan as her cheeks peel open to reveal the sinewy flesh below and muscle. It's your turn. What are you intending to do, a gamer?
I intend to game. And I would like to Let me get my sheet open here. I can attack on diagonals, right?
Yes, you can. Everybody
Okay. I would like to jump down here and attack the one adjacent to me.
Sure. So, you jump down. This is a 5 feet elevation change, and normally it really wouldn't be that big of an issue. But here's the thing. Earlier, you
shit.
looked down and were
Oh, I
entranced
forgot.
by the beauty of the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge.
Oh no.
So that goes away, and you have to make me a dex exert to land with that Marvel superhero 3-point stance. The director demands it.
Okay.
If the superhero
no.
character does not land with the 3-point stance, then the audience will not pog. If they do not pog, then that is not a Marvel product. Always be finishing. Always be making the audience pog. Always be selling the Funko Pop. Always be living in the pod. Always be selling the bit. Anyways, yeah, so this is actually a 2d6 skill system game. So 7 is on the right side of the curve for you, and you manage to pull off the landing, and
Oh,
you
shit, I
swing your
forgot.
weapon. What are you wielding?
I have a short sword.
Your short sword lashes out. Your jump gives you just enough reach for it. Give me the attack.
All right. Oh no.
Badly you whiff. You hardly reach a certain point, but the string of your blade comes out at the wrong time. Your weapon has something known as shock. Against certain ACs. You can record that in your weapon stats for future, but do you know what the short swords is in general?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I didn't know about.
It's
I don't
a
know
vital
shock
element
is.
of your weapons to be able to calculate combat attacks. Does anybody else have a Pat, you have a short sword, right? No, you got a long sword. Anybody else? Anyway.
I only have a dagger and a.
I'm gonna assume it fucking
I really
kills
think
it. It's
that's
got an
it.
AC of 13. You hit it anyway, despite not landing a fine blow. You know, you manage to clip its wing on a downdraft, and it plummets. Defeated.
Oh,
Pog. All right.
interesting.
The Eastern Flight now takes flight, and 2 Axe Raptors swing up next to you. One of them attempts to land the fatal blow. It's a 14 breaker AC.
Holy shit.
Against 2.
Lauren.
Oh, me.
And Madeline, thank you for that information. Yeah, I'll actually go into Lauren's sheet and add that. 1d6 damage, 2 shock, AC 15. Yeah.
No, I
It
do
does not
actually have a
break my
short sword.
AC.
It's 5 shock versus AC under 15.
No, you have several things that increase your shock damage.
Yeah,
so you have-
I think it's it's 2 shock 2. It's a shock 2 weapon.
And I think the AC.
Oh
is
no, you already
15.
you
I
had you already
remember
had it
seeing
in.
that.
It just wasn't checked to display. Okay, yeah, it'll do it. In the
Yeah.
future.
Okay.
Excellent, and thank you for the cash model. Yeah, so this Axe Raptor comes in, misses you, has no shock damage. The other Axe Raptor also comes in, tries to give you the bite as its massive head comes up, almost too wide on its spindly, long, spanned body, and almost seems to crunch in as if though a stapler as it punctures your body. You see the strange smearing of organic matter within, biting at a strange sting to the blow. That's not very good. You feel like that might be a problem for you later. You're taking 4 damage.
Okay.
Oof.
And the other Axe Raptors come up, and this one attempts to strike at Renric Carver, whose player is absent, so we don't really need to worry about him dying, because trust that I am not going to do that. If you're AFK, I'm not going to kill you. It doesn't matter, he fucking whiffs anyway. These other Axe Raptors, well, they fly to here, right? And, one of them tries to hit Vivienne.
Oh boy.
And totally whiffs it, basically rams their head into the fucking wood next to her instead. And
Thank
the other
God.
also tries to hit Vivienne.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a hit. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a hit.
Oh shit.
You suffer
You're
2
my
damage.
fucking tether.
Yep. So you get the tether gets knocked, and also,
Not
Viv,
good.
as you get bit, you feel something foul in the wound.
Oh, not again.
Cass, it's your turn. You are presently weighing down Viv, who is being gored by the descent of an axe raptor. You are hanging by her very climbing kit, and you see axe raptors all around and up above. You are 10 feet below where
Okay.
Viv is getting attacked at the end of your tether, swinging on a rope. How do you act? You feel as if though if you are
Okay.
still hanging by the end of this turn, you and Viv are going to...
So I'm presently underneath this plank, right? Hanging beneath it.
You are presently to the side of the plank, but you could swing round under.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. I yell, "Hold on tight!" as I attempt to swing myself over towards where this axe raptor is, but presumably like a G level underneath.
You're gonna break op range on, yeah, because that's one of the axe raptors who fucking pushed you over, I'm pretty sure. You're gonna break op range on 2 of the axe raptors in the process and have to make me a strength exert. You cool with that?
Yes.
Your climbing kit gives you a +2 on this maneuver.
Fuck yeah. Ooh.
And to
Modifier
clarify,
2.
are you shield in hand as you do this, right?
Yeah, my shield is always in my hands. Although, presumably when I get to the other side, I'm gonna have to...
Actually,
I think I have my shield, like, tethered to the underside of my arm, kinda like, but, like, usually I'm actually holding a handle. Right now I might not be holding the handle.
Okay. I realized it didn't matter because it didn't do shock damage. So, Pat, your AC is 15, correct?
My AC is indeed 15.
Okay, so you get bit. I would like to time out here and make a note. I have been mentioning something about the axe raptor's bite. It is not a parasite or anything like that. It is equivalent to,
No, don't worry.
You know how koalas eat eucalyptus leaves, get smeared all over their teeth, and then they have a poisonous, not venomous bite because they've got poison shit congealed to them?
Oh, I was thinking it was like a Komodo dragon's, like, disease
Saliva.
breath thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I'm good.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I just wanted to be very clear there, because we respect our players' limits here on this channel.
Yeah,
consent
no,
is important.
you're good.
You swing excellently. A 12 is a great... That's, you know, if you're rolling 2d6, that's your max. Obviously, there's modifiers, but you swing out well under, you come up, and in fact, you swing so well. What your objective here is to, like, wrap back up onto the board, right?
If I can get that far, yeah.
Not only can you do that, in the process, you, like, hi-ho silver this shit, both legs out in front, kick up into the main body of this axe raptor, and, like, send its broken body flailing into the void in the process, landing with a thud onto it. You and Viv are now wrapped around the board, and one of you may move 5 feet from where you are right now, but neither of you any further. You have not yet expent your attack. How would you like to act?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to attack the... Okay, I can move 5 feet, right? Like here?
You can't... I will point out, you'll be dropping 5 feet back down off the board,
Okay,
away
you know what
from
I
the way that you've
attack?
wound.
I attack the tether.
Okay, roll me that attack. This is going to be a really low AC, so just don't fuck up.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Button, oh button, where art thou? There we are. Long sword.
Yeah, okay, so
Oh, yeah.
you rolled as much damage as it had
Fuck
AC.
you, tether.
So yeah, it had an 8 AC. You absolutely destroy it with a ferocious bite. You almost feel the spikes forming out of you as you just feel the tips springing forth. The rage coming into you. Your skull almost seeming to warp as you feel the rage boiling over what it can contain. Alright, Cass, it's your turn. No, that's your turn. You've moved,
Not my turn.
You've moved, you've attacked. Renrick Carver, you know, your boy Renrick, he's your boy. He has fists of stone at this point, and you see he's abandoned the use of his quarterstaff, and he just proceeds to uppercut a raptor.
Nice. Hell yeah.
With which he literally deals more damage than he would with a weapon. He crushes its skull as its two bits break, flange, and then bleed out ooze of what might be a suggestion of brain-ish matter. And, yeah, Renric is attacked, and you can't really move to better help the position. I think you might step here, but that's it. Viv, it's your turn. You are on the ground. You've got a likely infected wound. It's broken off. And by the way, where the skin has been broken, it almost looks like at the edge, it's like a chunk has come out where there should be like a flesh wound. And it's almost like there's this fine white like dust away from an otherwise clean break at the edge that blood is kind of oozing up out of.
Ow. Well, I think it is time for the last spell of the day.
You have more than one spell?
So technically I could have 3 if I can hang one the night before. If I do this, I don't get to hang one today, and so I'll have only 2 tomorrow. And I can spend an effort to have one not expel a spell slot. So technically I could get up to 3, and this would be number 3, so I only get 2 tomorrow.
Yes. Vivienne is schooled in the high magic anyone can cast, but if you specialize in it, you get a lot of foci, which are akin to, say, metamagic in other games. Hey, Fangirl Review. So fun to see you.
Nice.
We are playing, and check out Fangirl Review, because she does lots of awesome stuff, like crocheting, crafting, and being a chill person. Check her out. Awesome. Links in the chat. Always fun to see you, Fangirl Review. We are having axe raptors attack our friends atop heights. Strange hypnotic gases. Oh my. Violence. Vivienne. I'm sorry, I've been interrupting your turn so much. Tell me
All
what
good.
she does.
I just wanted to conclude that I just do interesting financial accounting when it comes to spell slots. That's my class.
Canadian Striker, thank you for the follow. And thank you for the water the lead. I really appreciate it. And I lost Corrupt. I'm literally not hearing whatever group is saying right now. I'm sure she did something really clever before casting Wind of the Final Repose.
No, she's just she's actually cursing you out for interrupting her, and she's talking about how she's just gonna leave.
Wow. All right,
but like as a pun thing, as a leave pun.
Leave. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you cast the Wind of the Final Repose? And cast. You feel a surge of luck, as if though it's dangerous to go alone, and someone has helped you, so you can take this. As you see that, based on their flight patterns, if you could kill one of these axe raptors, you could whick its body into the other, almost certainly striking it down.
Well, I was going to my Wind of the Final Repose hits everybody within a 20-foot radius.
And where are you
and
targeting?
That's 4 squares. I'm going to target it. Does it hit all living creatures?
And where have you centered this attack?
Oh boy, I didn't realize it hits everybody. Cool.
Oh, and
hey,
by
Cass.
the way, it's actually 40 feet across. Because
yes, it's a radius, not a diameter. Yes. So radius is 4. Okay. Well, I was thinking.
You may want to do it like here.
No, I'm just measuring. I'm just measuring right now. So 20 is 4 squares. So we need this thing to get like just really damn big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about this. Jesus Christ, this thing is huge.
Yeah, Wind of the Final Repose knocks people flat the fuck out.
I'm going to put this
Crazy
here.
Indeed, Striker. Oh, and also you two are no longer conjoined. Okay.
Good luck, Cass. Just go push them all off the edge.
So that's gonna put you in the radius.
Yep, everybody go to bed.
Are you?
Cass, put them all.
I believe you may be immune to the effect of your own spell, but I'm actually not positive on that. Do you believe you are?
I don't think so.
All right. This invisible burst of sporadic influence erupts from that point, targeting all level creatures with a 20-foot radius.
Fall asleep instantly.
I don't. Yeah, I think that isn't there a way to get a? Some people can get a save against this, right?
Um,
But in general, you can't.
I think if you have more than 4 hit dice, then
All right.
yes.
I'm gonna call. I think you just pass automatically if you have that. But anyway, academic distinction. Nobody here has that many hit dice. All of the Axe Raptors
Bedtime.
fall asleep, as does Renric and as does Lauren and as do you. The fight is put to a quick end as darkness rises up and you crump down like a sack of potatoes, Lauren.
Alright.
And yeah, the fight.
All right, I go around mercy killing the raptors.
All right, you go around and mercy kill the raptors. Now, everyone who has been bit and okay, so all the players here, because all of you did this, all of you had this happen to you.
Can I do first aid first?
Well,
You're unconscious.
yeah, you'll get shaken and woke at some point.
Alright.
Presumably, but yeah. So a mercy kill happens on all 3 of the remaining Axe Raptors. Does Jorvik go away when you fall asleep? Your psychic projection, Vivian?
No, actually. Jorvik only goes away if I intentionally dismiss him or I, die, I think.
I see. I think there's a few generic spell ender conditions in the book, but yeah, that sounds right. They tend to keep going. Okay, so, Cass, I assume that you wake Vivian and Lauren up, right? And Renric?
I wake Vivian up.
Okay, you shake up Viv. Viv, you are shook awake. You see 3 executed raptors, a sleepy Lauren, a sleepy Renric, Jorvik standing with a winning smile, a psychic projection in the minds of those around you. What are you up to? What are you gonna do?
Well, let's get the hell out of here so we can not be here. I don't like here
Okay,
anymore. Here
rest
sucks. Oh.
Alright, so, wait, what do you do, Cass?
I kick the rest of them up.
Alright, Lauren awakens. Renric seems a little bit tired and groggy, but he does manage to get to his feet. You are on a spire, and the wind begins to kick up a little as you see the clouds dancing by, and there's more and more of this thinner, pinker gas that's rising higher and higher.
Well,
we have to...
let's get the fuck out of here.
I just lost whatever Goop was saying. God damn it.
We have to get another program. This one's really kicking Goop around particularly. Can you hear her now?
Alright, Goop, I just saw you pop up again. What were you saying?
I was saying we should best be going, and I was asking if Lauren was ready to run.
I am.
All right.
It's running time.
Alright, so if you run, you might be able to go before the infection kicks in. Everybody give me a strength or dex exert to just fucking book it. There is a wider passage ahead of you, so it will be much harder to get knocked into the abyss, but the clouds are rising. A 7, a 7,
It's good, because we don't have any more climbing. I think we've expended like 2 of our 3 or 4 climbing gears that we had.
Yep.
You run, you dance across the petrified wood, rammed into the side of this with no clear side of where the cleats begin and end. Jorvik floats alongside. Everyone manages to run well enough that you head on swiftly to your west, and the clouds rise, but not before you see what appears to be a safe harbor, some sort of opening into a spire up ahead as the situation worsens. Some sort of cave inlet, and with no other option, you stand at the precipice, gas rising behind you. Several of these circular bones spread around from the jellies earlier. And yeah, you should now be on the map, and you're free to proceed within. It is a tightly winding cavern, but you see suggestion of further structure within.
Do you think
Shall
it's
I
worth
go first
it
or
to
take up the rear?
do first aid for the people that are below half?
I mean, what do you say? What does Lauren say in character? There's gas coming up right behind you that your would-be patients are about to
Yeah,
choke on.
we have a time
Okay.
limit. We can't do this right now. We have to do it inside.
Oh, okay, I don't know how much time that takes.
I'd say at least a few minutes.
Okay. We should get inside and then patch ourselves up.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Somebody push Carver up front. I'll take the rear.
Yeah, Renrick gets pushed in front. Jorvik floats wherever Viv is, and you find your way into a cave.
My concern is that the gases might flow in. And we'd be trapped.
You do see flows. You see flows of gas coming through, but they don't billow out. They go straight through from broken bits below to holes above and spread out through various porous caverns within the cavern of the rock. And you see beams of light where there is just, clear shafts with no smoke going through. And there's a smaller chamber to the south and a larger chamber to the north. You see a pile of those rings you saw earlier near one of them, and also a rather human-looking set of bones and skull in one corner beneath the baking rays of light.
That's a really
well, that's
big
all
guy.
For you.
Is that to human scale, or is that to the scale on the map where the skeleton is like the skull is like 2 feet across?
No, it looks like a human-sized skull.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I was very
Alright.
worried for a moment.
I was also confused
Yeah,
a
so-
little bit.
If you pour out, you would, Lauren, see that people are the bites. There's like this green, like tenor to the dermis on everybody. Viv's bite. Viv's bite almost seems more like red fractures running through the very stark white of her skin, which doesn't look good. It looks kind of more like a vanilla-covered red velvet cake has been exposed.
Or like
the
a
red velvet
like a
is starting to...
strawberry Pop-Tart.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, very
Yeah.
strawberry
The red is
pop
starting to go up. The Guardians feel... Lauren, you feel your influence, your faction's influence grow as you assist your comrades. But
Oh.
yeah, so Worlds Without Number, the rulebook does have a section on performing first aid, important things to
Yes.
know.
It takes 1 turn, it seems like.
Are you sure? Because there's a focus that you can use in combat, but there's a
I have-
post-combat thing called first aid.
It says
I have
perform
that
first
focus.
aid after looting. Perform first aid and looting after a fight would take 1 turn.
That's very
Okay.
interesting, and completely
I have-
contrary to what I believed about it up until now. But I'm willing to believe you.
But
Point
I
is,
also do have the
Oh,
focus
sorry.
that
Sorry.
lets me
This
do it
is
as a main action.
gotcha. But I was also going to clarify that.
I lost coup price. He was clarifying. Whatever. Helwa, if you want to use whatever ability you have, you can use it.
Okay.
What is it? What does it say?
The focus?
Yeah. Drop it. Drop it in
Uh,
chat. With the button.
Okay. Okay. It's wrong because it's the Stars Without Number one.
Oh, right. So,
It's very similar though. So the level 2 just lets me heal 1d6 plus heal skill as a main action, but it doesn't prevent system strain like it does with the Stars Without Number skill.
right. So you're still taking the system strain.
Mm-hmm.
And who do you offer it to, and who accepts it?
Vivian, can you heal yourself? Does that work? Or?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I don't know
I'm
if
very.
you can.
You can.
I don't
you,
know
you,
if-
you take a disadvantage to it. You take a negative modifier to it.
Okay, okay. So Vivian looks the most roughed up.
It's nothing, dear. It's just
Would
a
you
few
like some
scratches.
assistance?
I have a
with
poor
your-
constitution, and the stress would do my skin so terribly.
And also, you've set
Okay.
up your heal skill to roll 3d6, right? Drop lowest.
Don't know how one would do that.
I don't know how
You just
to do that.
you just click the little thing that lets you modify shit, most stuff will have 2d6 by it. You click a drop down, 3d6 is an option.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Have I already applied the +10 to the Guardians? Did you guys see that pop up?
You mentioned it, but I don't know if you actually
Alright,
did
I'll
anything
do it.
mechanically with it.
Bam. Okay, Guardians.
Oh, I see it now.
86.
Oh, it was because we have vision constricted in the caves. I don't think we spotted it.
Okay, so yeah, give me your heal check using whatever governing. Use int to heal, right? Or do you use dex?
I think it's int, right?
Yeah.
It's 3d6 drop lowest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And show me where you guys would be as Lauren kind of like spreads out and
I want to be kind of like right here. Or
Okay.
Alright,
it's like
Well,
not right in
I
front of
will
the
accept
exit.
healing from you as well.
Alright, so this is your
Okay.
basic heal. You don't actually have to roll a check for everyone. You do a decent job. But for each person, let me know who's getting it. Roll me a 1d6 plus your heal skill. Actually,
Okay.
let me check Gifted Sharugan. You're at level 2 of Gifted Sharugan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1d6 plus heal skill.
And that's actually
It's a d6 plus your heal skill.
but the check that I put in chat is a 5, not a 6, because I don't know how to set it up to drop the lowest one.
It automatically drops the lowest.
Oh, it does? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What is your heal modifier? Is it +1?
It's plus. Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So
Okay.
you're healing 3
Yeah.
people, right?
Yes.
Just designate what order you're healing them in, and then roll me 1d6 plus 1 3 times.
Okay.
So, and put yourselves where you'd be in the cave. I guess you're all clustered up in this corner. Okay, so...
I don't know how to roll +1.
and
I'm
wh-
sorry. I'm
it's-
very rusty with
It's
roll
alright,
20.
gamer. What order are you healing people in?
I was going to. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to heal Cass first because she's the closest. And then Viv, and then me.
Alright, so...
No healing on Viv.
Oh shit! Right. Sorry.
Alright, so
You're good.
Cass is maxed. Viv declines. Cass, by the way, take a system strain.
All right, and let's see.
And Lauren, heal yourself for 6. And all of you are now going to make me your physical save against the axe infection. And if you're Lauren or Cass, you will roll that twice and take the better result.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Still nothing.
So,
Jesus.
Cass, take 1
Physical
damage
save?
and 1 system strain. Yeah, Lauren.
All right.
Alright, take
Uh-oh.
1 damage and 1 system strain. Everyone be letting me know if you cross your thresholds, 50, 25, 50, or 75%. And
I'm at 25. Wait,
Yeah.
no, not quite.
you were already at 25, right?
Yeah, I'm almost at 50.
Alright, you're getting
What
close.
is
You
wrong with
feel
me?
your
I'm almost
skin
50
almost
too.
constricting. And Viv, you just went away from me so I can't hear you, but if you can hear me, just roll your physical save. Well, that is 1 damage, 1 system strain. I see you again.
Oh god. If I had taken that heal, I would have been at max system strain.
Wait a minute, so do you mean...
Oh my god.
Oh, you mean if you had taken 2?
Yeah, but I was at 3 out of 5. I'm now at 4 out of 5. I've just cracked my 75 strain. My 75.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Viv's skin
You're so
begins
close.
to crack. You almost see like a red glow beneath, and she is a light. Viv, you feel your mind boiling, and as this occurs, so we agreed on an AC progression. Do you remember what it was? You
It
pinned
went up 1 and then it went down some. I'm not exactly
Alright,
sure
so
where.
your
it went.
AC is down by 2 by now, right? However,
Yes.
Molten Touch. Any creature that hits you in melee suffers 2 damage.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
AC -2. I'll take
yeah.
a picture of that.
Additionally, how is your brain feeling?
Well, it's sloshing around in her head now. Feeling a little overheated, feeling a little fiery, a little more passionate, a little more impulsive.
Yeah, I think you're suffering. I think that you will. Yeah, I think. Magma Brain must make mental saves to avoid some courses of action. So you're feeling pretty impulsive. Those noted. Yeah, so Viviane is like breaking up. Like you can see magma beneath her skin. She looks real far gone. You've been trained to know what a Mark II becomes an assumed is going to look like. Lauren, you haven't seen that because that happens in the field. But you've read about it in textbooks. Cass, though, you saw it happen at the battle. People who just wouldn't give up or give out, but whose bodies betrayed them as they became the assumed. Viv is incredibly close.
He almost became one himself.
Yeah.
Should I have some art for this. Should I bring that out, or is that for the
by all
assumed?
means. Pop it in. I think I know the art you're talking about. Pop it in your bio, and I can honestly, yeah, no, it'll be simplest if you just pop it in your character slot right now.
All right, I am getting that set up.
Cool.
Womp, womp,
Yeah,
womp.
you don't look so good.
I was hoping to avoid this with the healing.
I understand.
Just let's finish this. Let's get somewhere I can take a moment. I can take a breath. I'll be fine.
We have to get out of this garage too. Fucking hell. Don't get into any more engagements if you can possibly avoid it. Please, just stay behind me. I'll protect you. To the best of my ability.
That would be nice. That would be very nice.
Don't get engaged. Just stay back.
And Cass, what about you? You're still just over 25, right? And Snow Dogs.
She's like 5. She's like literally 1 point away from being halfway there, but she's probably looking a little bit gnarly
Snow
under the
Dogs.
gills
Thank you
too.
for the 1,000 bits.
Oh my god!
Was that just an expression of admiration, or would you like to confer Shenta's blessing upon the party? Because I think you might want to Shenta's blessing the party. I don't want to presume there. But, yeah. So, the bit menu, Shenta's blessing confers 2d6 magical healing to the whole party. So, yes, thank you so much. The whole party is gonna heal for everybody is max health. Magical healing, but it confers no system strain.
I was gonna say that would basically be killing me.
So the Shenta have what? So the Shenta are the alien species who, are the alien side of the Concordat. A pact, a defensive agreement between you and this alien species. The Arcspire is their spaceship they brought here. They've been dying out for want of the thing that permits them to asexually reproduce and elongate their lifespans. But there are still many of them in the Arcspire where they are concentrated, and they have powers of the mind that defy legacy explanation with magic. And they are known to engage in a sort of battle meditation that permits them to act upon the Spire sent in erratic, long-ranging forms. It has grown weaker as their numbers have dwindled, but it still sometimes reaches out. And this one such time, you feel your body's metabolisms kick into overdrive, and you feel yourself growing refreshed as the blessing of the Shenta lands upon you. You are all up at that sweet, sweet full health. You see a storm rage outside of dark gases, and you are within this cave.
Lee, my character definitely is starting to look like. Let me get the token up. Clicked upload? No, okay. Yeah, I've got my character's art updated. Feel free to roll that out at your discretion.
Sure.
I think Viv's got hers too.
Yeah, Viv does have hers, and I'll be doing her for this scene. We'll just, you know, pacing.
Obviously.
Pacing. What you all see Viv, not quite look at herself. She's losing it. She's real losing it.
Holy shit. Oh, Viv. Oh, Viv, honey. Oh, no.
Just an unpleasant hair day. It's nothing. I'll be fine.
Jorvik throws out his winningest smile.
Yes, Jorvik. Perfect. Yes. Come closer. Help me up, would you? Oh,
Your imaginary psychic projection pantomime's helping you up. Yeah, so it looks like there's presently a storm. There's about a third of the day left. The light coming through the top shafts begins to dwindle. What course of action would you all take?
Do we know how far the town is?
You've made across the shortcut that Renric found. It's just another 3 bridges before you leave the Aratu and arrive at the safety of the Roost Plateau.
Does it look like there's any chance we can get to those bridges?
Without going to the gas, no.
Are there
Well, we're
any
gonna have to bunker
exits
down.
in the further into the cave? Any
Oh,
passages?
can we climb up?
You go.
There's exits to the ceiling.
That is a good. So, Lauren, give me a whiz note. Actually, Lauren and Cass, give me a whiz notice as you two look around, and feel free to walk your token further into the cave.
All right.
Yeah, I think we, to be clear, have two climbing kits because I broke mine and Lauren broke hers, but I think we still have Renric's and Viviane's. Although, honestly, Viviane may melt through hers at this point. Yeah, that might be bad. I may have to carry her and endure some pain.
Yeah. Love hurts. You're spiky. She's magma. It's hot.
That's true.
It's piercing.
Let's see.
Lauren,
No.
your
sorry,
search
notice.
your search reserves nothing for you. It's hazy. You're tired. You just had to do a lot of surgery. Cass,
Oh, fuck.
you determined there is no way to walk out of here, but there is a way to climb. And because you can still see, for what little remains, it is the evening. A trickle of sunlight remains, unfiltered through any purple gas to send out a tainted light. If you can climb up, or one person can climb up and let down a rope, you may ascend into the ceiling and get out via the upper passages. It's not going to be easy, but they sent you here because you're used to things being hard.
They did. I'm going to remove my armor because at this point she is aware that if she takes any more system strain, she will break her armor, and this shit's expensive to make custom like this. So she's going to take that off, put it in a little leather sack that she keeps on her person for exactly this reason. She doesn't like using it. And after disrobing, she's going to say, Renric, I'm going to need your climbing suit.
Renric
Presumably
provides.
Renric.
Yeah,
provides.
Renric provides.
All right, I'm gonna try then to vertically climb these rocks and pipe myself as I go, presumably being safe about it.
Sure.
But I'm gonna try and reach that
Give me a
caldera hole or whatever. it's
Yeah.
called.
So you find one of the shafts of light. You give me a strength exert with a modifier of 2 for use of the climbing kit.
Yes. All right. Please be a good roll. That's good enough.
You ascend and let down a rope. If I was cheekier, I would ask how many feet of rope the whole group has at this point, but I'm not. Cass, you let down the rope. You're at the top. You're anchoring it all.
Yeah, I'm anchoring it. I get Renric to be the anchor though, because I'm gonna carry Vivian up. I think she'd burn through the rope.
That is
As soon as
reasonable
Renrick
worry.
goes up.
Yeah. So Renrick is up. You come back down. And you go for the group. Lauren, you see this has happened. Would you be doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in line.
All right.
Lauren, go next. I might need help getting up to the top. It all depends on how long I can withstand this.
Sure thing, Cass.
All right. So Viv and Jorvik ascend. Lauren goes up first. As Lauren is going up, the gas in the room almost seems to take on a more animate quality and spread with a deep thickness that you're not used to it having. Everyone make me a mental save.
Oh boy. Vivienne, you
Let's
were
go.
truly one of the. Oh, we might not be dead yet. Okay.
This is the first time that
Managed
we've
to
actually
All
succeeded
succeeded
a
on
bunch of saves.
something.
Yeah, you
This is
managed
the
to
first
succeed. You do,
unilateral
however,
save,
hear
yeah.
a crushing, piercing cry as something ascends from one of the chasms below and screeches terrible, bloody, eyeless murder.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is time to climb, my friends.
Climb faster.
Now,
Get on my fucking back.
climbing a rope doesn't involve a test. Lauren is able to make it up. But Cass, you're carrying Vivienne. You have huge spikes. Vivienne is burning. You are going to have to make me a strength exert with a -2 modifier this time.
Ooh,
Could me
even
and
using the
Renrick
climbing equipment.
Try and
You're not
pull
you're
the
not
rope
using climbing
up.
equipment. You're climbing the rope.
Okay, fair. All right, oof. This is.
Could Renrick and I try and like hoist the rope up? to
Yeah,
help
you
them?
can try and pull the rope up, and with Lauren up top. Lauren, give me a strength exert.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not climbing fast enough.
Cass, you burn your leg on Viv's side, swing to try and compensate, bonk your head into the side, and you are just left there, bear hugging Viv with the Screecher ascending below you, right as she's about to come up and unleash something upon you and begins this almost hypnotic swirl of her wings. Lauren yoinks you up, and the four of you are up top, and the Screecher lets out a terrible, terrible screech to pierce your very souls. And
Is there like a rock up here, like a big old boulder I can push over that fucking?
no, but there is. You step out. You're already crunching. You see, you are on what looks like a graveyard's worth of those halo-shaped bones.
Oh, floater brains. Let's go.
Yeah, you want to kick. You want to kick like a sheaf of them in, like you're a kid kicking autumn leaves.
Yeah.
They
Vivienne
clatter down.
will
You hear a screech in the shatter of bone and spread of old bone marrow, and she seems temporarily dissuaded. Yes, Goop.
she leans over and some of her face strips down from her from the remnants of her exoskeleton down into the pit and perhaps ignites bone or screecher below. She can't really see terribly well.
Yeah, some magma drips out and pops and boils and sears through the ancient bone, unleashing a scent that almost reminds you of perhaps something smooth paired with the crisp cinnamon wedges from these halos as they fall, burn, and break. But mostly just charred bone, what you produce. You see the Screecher down below as it is bandied away. Give me an int no.
Who?
Viv. Viv is the one who's looking back.
Roll an int what?
No.
And no.
No.
Int
Right.
yes.
Or no int, rather.
Whoop.
Yeah, you feel like there's
Don't
something
know very
there,
much.
but you don't strike upon it. The group is out, and if you want to put good distance between you and the foe behind, then that is going to be a task you must partake in. You are high up. You are high up, but you can see Roost in the distance. But you see the gases are high. some of the passageway up here are gone or more circuitous than if they were below. You're not sure how much time it's going to take you. I would open this up to the floor as a skill challenge. Each person is going to make me an argument for one skill they have, not repeating what the others have done, if at all possible, and explain how you use that skill, be it Wiz Survival, or Strength Exert, or, you know, anything of that sort, to help the group get where it is going. Beginning from the left with Pat. Pat, and you're still carrying Viv, I presume. How are you going to help the group get across this maze of petrified wood and cable passages and bits of leaning rock?
Strength Survive.
Strength Survive, alright.
Yeah, so and I'm going to use my you know, brutishly strong legs and limbs and my physical fortitude to you know, leap from peaks and such and find scout ahead, finding areas that are safer to travel.
You scramble like a punctured monkey, and you guided by the gorgeous sextant. You do have advantage on this one as well. Give me that. Give me that strength survive twice. We'll take the better number. The 11.
11.
Amazing. You guys are doing great. Maybe not quite by sunset, but soon with her out front. But Ellie, what is Lauren doing to help get the group there?
Lauren is going to use int no to just have her general knowledge of geography and geology to help weave their way through the spires.
Yes, with the int no.
Oh no.
You managed to sound off on rock formations and warn a few times about places likely to cause landslides, but the information winds up coming to naught as you try and remember what an igneous rock is and get a little distracted. Viv, it's your go. The group is reaching town after nightfall, eventually pushing yourselves a bit into exhaustion, costing system strain. If you can't pull this out here, what thus far unused skill do you use?
I'd say wisdom lead to keep people calm and make sure nobody slips in any reckless pushes or tries to get ahead or help in a way that might surprise someone.
The leader attempts to bring it all together. Let's see that roll. You know what? You do just an okay enough job, Viv, that you bring the group to roost by sundown as... to the appearance of all watching 5 wary travelers pull up to the mesa top of Roost. And you see people kind of like... You see some people gliding in on what appear to be great feathered hang gliders. Some with canvas elements. They steer and they, like, you know, they peer down at you and land on the upper levels of Roost. You also note that some people permit themselves to be seen by you who are standing up amidst the rock, bows knocked and javelins nearby, and they make the sign of a crossed fist and then release it towards you before sinking back into the shadows. You arrive downtrodden, but in full physical spirits, aside from the system strain, in the town of Roost. At the pillars that mark its entrance of the town carved into the rock, the second and third stories visible out through an opened mesa face, but the first floor more of a tight carving. The people of Roost wave and give you a hand. Some people moving about. You smell the brewing of something.
Well, shit.
I'm going to find a place to lay down.
Yeah, so very quickly when they see how tired you are, some people would step forward and say, "Spire Ascent, your comrade Saluk awaits you in the runner's abode," and they point their finger away across at a place that has the feeling of warmth coming from it. You realize just now how frigid cold the night has been and how you've been ignoring it. Well, everyone but Viv, who's a little space heater herself now. They,
I think she's been my space heater. 'Cause I've had
yeah,
her
one
mostly on the-
person who doesn't look like he's from here takes in your appearances and seems a bit aghast, but if the people of Roost are surprised to see him marked, they don't remark upon it. And this,
Remark.
remarked upon it. This, by the way, is the general look of Roost. But yeah, and to the right is the door they're pointing you to, and you hear the clinking of heavy armor as you see a friendly face. And well, 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 isn't it Saluk? As he says, "Hail! It has been so long since I have seen you." He looks at the advanced condition you, in particular Viv, are in, and say, get her in by the fire. I was just brewing something for the road." And you all are guided in, and as this happens, Lauren, roll me a D100.
Oh wow, interesting.
So an 80 is
Things
under the
of
86
faction.
of the Guardians. Yeah, so it should seem that the Guardians faction influence is doing well. And the people are generally speaking in favor of Saluk and what he's doing, and they're happy to see you here. And he mentions you're part of his clade, and that's well received. And someone's like, "And who's your fine companion here? I don't recognize him from the Spire." And then Viv presumably says, "Don't worry about it." With Jorvik, and several people are gathered around. Yeah, you can rest in the Aratu, but you will not restore system strain. Yep.
I really have to pee. I'm so sorry.
It's all good, homie. Just peace out for a second. We'll keep going.
All right.
All right, so gamers, you are brought into the tent. Not into the tent, but into the abode, where you see there's a central chimney, and you also see something peculiar. You see teapots, but they have several spouts on them. Assuming, pretend you see several spouts on this, and you see that they almost have a familiar bent to them. It's like there's the cowl cocked in around this almost bone white substance that's polished, right? And you see it has several routine holes in it where the spouts are, and there's like little it comes out over, yeah. And Saluk gesticulates and says, "You've arrived just in time. I was brewing bone apple tea."
Oh, that's I'm
And
going to stay in the corner.
He gesticulates to the. You realize you've actually been carrying not skulls but several bone apples on you this entire time. And don't name. Yeah, remember when I was like, "There's a world building element that's gonna make you cringe really hard," and it's already been introduced. Oh, it gets better because Saluk informs you. The only way for people like us to be reliably defended against the effects of the gases is to drink the bone apple tea.
I'm quitting. Bye. So happy I will cancel this today.
But yeah,
Renerick saved himself.
yeah,
He knew this was coming. He
built
had
it
to.
up. I prepared for it. I built.
You did
the
hint it
lore.
when magma hit it. There was a little bit of a hint.
Yeah. The wedges with the. I bet you had no idea what the fuck I was talking about when I said that shit. See, Snowdog loves it, wants it. It's got like a green tenor to it. Also, they're burning fungal logs rather than like regular wood. No, yeah, it's sort of like a green tenor to it. It's like a sour taste, but it's pretty good. Sloop does warn you that after the first sip, it will begin to wear upon your body. People who have grown up drinking it can take far more libations than we, but for us, for the purpose of our adventure, after the first time you drink, every time thereafter will increase the strain on your system.
Well, we're not going to take that right now, are we going to?
No.
I don't think
there's
so.
in the runner's house. There is always occasion to brew bone apple tea. But yes, come, rest. Tell me, how was your journey? You seem patched up. and some of your climbing gear is in disarray. Did you have a fall?
And a lot of things.
Come, share your tale with me. I was just speaking of the Spire sent in our mission in defending Roost from the Shrieker. And everyone sort of nods. And Viv...
Oh, that thing.
Viv, a woman would approach you, right? And almost seemingly witnessing the magnetism of your magmatism, sort of approaches you and offers, I don't know much about the Marked, but I am trained in the healing arts. Perhaps I could pray with you.
Do as you will. It goes away with time.
And
I actually come over and kind of bark at her and say, "Hey, no artificial healing.
she holds up her hands
This is
and
worse."
she holds up her hands and says, I do not possess such crafts.
Then what are you proposing?
And she just says, I think that I can help dull your friend's pain. And anybody who wants to could roll me a prey int to recognize her vestments.
Interesting. I don't think I have any skill points in that. Oh, by the way, my character looks a little bit like
Ooh, Lauren. Lauren got it.
What?
Yes, we have a new. Don't we have new cast art?
Oh no, it didn't come out. Oh,
We do have a new cast art.
I don't
No,
know
I
how-
have
Yeah.
to do it. Is how it has to happen.
okay.
Cool. I just didn't want to continue to slow down the other scene.
We
Yeah,
both did our corrupted forms.
Yeah, Cass is looking a little demented. Lauren, you recognize her as a priestess of a certain god within the Wend. Now, the Wend is a general term for pantheistic syncretic tradition stemming from Bitha, a land to the west. It combines the old gods with several new ones and reinterprets them very liberally. The Wend has been spread by religious revival events and traveling Phasgarduines. Phasgarduines are Bithans of various stripe who more or less travel around trying to do good and gather and spread lore. She's not one of those, but nor is she from Bitha, but she is a priestess serving some god or other of the hearth. You believe that she is very adept at soothing people, particularly by making compacts and salves. She has some real medical knowledge. But beyond that, she also has a religious component to what she does, and she's pretty well regarded by the common... Her faith is well regarded by the common people of the Arklands, and her presence could help assuage those who are otherwise skeptical of the Ark Spire.
Oh,
She,
interesting.
yeah, she introduces herself as Hanella. And she would back up at Cass's, but she doesn't seem like... Some people are kind of like freaked out by Cass, some of the other travelers. The Roost people are mostly chilled, but you know, you got the spikes and you're starting to get a little aggro, so people are kind of like, we're trying to chill. And, but Hanella seems to have a cold determination about her, and she simply says, I only want to help. I won't do anything that will aggravate the strain to your friend's system. I understand what happens.
Let her
Priestess.
give it a try.
Yes.
Fine.
Fire sense? Oh, Guardian, she says to Lauren.
Do you think I could observe your treatment of my friend?
I would be happy to.
I'm going to watch too.
Alright, so Priestess Hanella approaches, and she asks Viv, how are you feeling? And as she does so, she kind of fills up a bucket, and she has... so Luke actually volunteers to go, like, draw some water. He returns from a while with some very pure-looking water in an urn, which he sets down nearby. More of like an amphora for pouring, but I don't have an amphora token somehow. I swore I was going to make one at some point. And yeah, water gets cupped out, put on a cloth she has, and yeah, the magma sort of burns at it, but she sort of more or less wrings it out in certain parts and massages the caked magma skin. She's very good at this, and even though she doesn't really know what she's doing because she's never done it with you before, she gives it the old college try. 3d6 K2 plus 2. And yeah, I have to slash roll that. I'm an idiot. Point is, yeah, she does a good job, Viv.
Yes.
You have never been exposed to these treatments before. As a first-time only effect, it reduces your system strain by 1. What it will do
Hell
more
yeah.
permanently is for until the next time you sleep, it suppresses the effects that your form is having upon your mental state. So you will make you will make mental saves against doing something impulsive at advantage, as long as you benefit from the cold compress bonus that Hanella is offering.
So by losing that one, I'm now down to the 50% tier. Do I switch back, or do I switch back when I'm down to 25? How does that go?
You switch back to your 50% state. You don't have a lot of the things you had before. But yeah, you mostly just have the AC deficit, I think. But yeah, we'll keep the art for the moment. But yeah, so
Alright.
Hanella seems interested
Your
in...
magma's slowly cooling and turning into
Yeah.
black obsidian,
Yeah.
which, where it's the driest, is starting to grow white.
Has to peel off and reveal like a mud treatment.
I think it remains dark, but yeah.
Ooh, yes, yes.
Yeah, so Vivian is volcanic up her corner. She looks at Cass and Lauren and, asks if there's anything she can do for you. And, Viv, you get the feeling that Hanella is sort of, trying to insert herself here into the Spire sense and be useful. You know that she looks to Saluk several times, and it seems as though there's some sort of rapport between them. He did go draw the water. Although he also seems to sort of be like nodding approvingly at her actions when she looks over, as if though he's kind of, letting her know it's okay.
How are you feeling?
Much better, Cass. Do you think you might want a little bit of attention for your spines? I wouldn't want both of us going off the rails at the same time. Who knows what they would do without their reclaimers? Yes, I know you can handle it, but I don't want my Cass having to struggle through all of that. Let them take a shot at you. For me.
Fine. You don't have to order. I'll do what you wish.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to order it. You've been so good lately.
Fine. What was your name again? Priestess Hanara? Wait, what was her name again?
Wow, sorry. Hanella. Yeah, so I was physically muted. She begins to come and, massage the edges of the spikes, but also press with a needle at the junctures between them, which starts to make you feel a little fuzzy, not in a bad way.
What are you doing?
And she says, I'm applying pressure to your focal points so that you can relax. It seems as if though stress has agitated you, and your spikes are clearly getting out of control. You need to suppress this. And as she does so, she sort of murmurs to herself almost a low chant. Some words about the healing of the hearth's flame as she goes about her work, massaging you. You do feel a little bit better. What percentage are you at?
I'm teetering on 50%.
All right, you're not high enough that this is going to take you down, but you do have advantage on the next mental save you make against giving in to your desires that the marked status has put upon you, your stigmata's growth, as it were.
Okay.
And Lauren, she sees that you got some exposed skin, and she offers to help you a little with your situation. And
I'm doing all right now, but
Alright.
if
Yeah,
I get any worse, I'll come back to you.
she nods and thanks, and she kind of looks, around, and she says, "So, and people who have come and gone and are resting in the runner's hut by now, in the runner's house, I should say. It's like a 3-story building, and Saluk remains in the common area with you. There are some other people around. Jorvik is, of course, giving his winning smile, and Priestess Anella would begin to ask, well, what are you doing here in Roost? Saluk said something about reinforcements. Are you the reinforcements?
Thank you, by the way, for that. Yes, we're the reinforcements.
But as this happens, Renric and Saluk talk in more hushed tone around the fire. Lauren is close enough to hear Saluk saying, "Need a representative to keep things." Yes, I would agree. Things go smoothly. And it seems like they're having sort of a powwow. Perhaps in great language there. They're having a meeting. And Lauren, Cass, Viv. It's pretty obvious that Hanella is kind of like asking a lot of questions because, you can give me a charisma notice if you want to know the reason of her questioning, but she basically wants to know if you're heading out again tomorrow. Currently can't see Goop if Goop is saying anything.
I hear you.
Alright,
she wasn't saying anything.
Alright, Goop is back.
But
Go for it.
Alright, so Goop,
yeah, I turn to you and refer to you in front of Hanella as the leader of our party.
Yeah, so Hanella wants to know, so you get what she's driving at, Lauren.
Yes. She wants to know whether or not we're leaving to go assist tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what she's asking.
And the answer would be yes. We were sent here to help assist with the problem, and that's what we set out to do. It won't be too much effort. I think it'll be rather easy, actually.
Yeah. Priestess Hanella says, and you're going to go back to the Archspire afterwards, right?
Yes.
Well,
would you like to?
As it happens, yes, I've been sent for. I'm going to spread the word of the hearth's warmth in the Arc Shadow, and since I'm headed that way anyway, and it seems like you could use my help, I was wondering. She kind of kicks at the dirt with her hands behind her back bashfully.
She does this face.
The pleading face.
She bottom emojis you.
I think that would be lovely, though there are some rules you would have to follow,
of course.
You would, if you are going to intend to do any missionary work, you must be willing to accept other people's ideas and have open-minded conversations.
Of course, I have been brought there to a hearth home that has already been established. I am coming to assist because the number of people attending has grown, so my order has dispatched me. I assure you, everything is consensual, and as one of the faiths of the Wend, we accept all of the accepting gods in our tradition, and I have no quarrel with them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you'd at least be familiar enough with the Wend to know that they do get along, kind of in the sense that, how cultures would have multiple gods, and they'd have their own temples, but you'd worship at the different temples. So if
the polytheistics are usually a bit more tolerant and syncretic than others.
Yeah, in the Wend, they're pretty tolerant of one another, and she's not trying to do any sort of bow down to my god alone stuff, you wouldn't think. Unlike, say, the Blackfire Pact, who were definitely doing that shit. Or some of the followers of the old gods, in unadulterated, non-Wend format, who are just kind of, entities like the Glass Prince.
Gotcha.
Who?
The Prince of Glass Thorns. Who I don't think... Lauren, you weren't on the adventure where Viv and Cass and Renrick came close to those guys, but...
Strange cult out by the Infra Rush has a thing for glass and mirrors. Actually has some magical basis for their claims, which is a little worrying.
Princess,
we can talk more later.
Penella would say, "Oh, you
Alright.
speak of the apostles of the bleeding glass prince."
Yeah,
Yes,
they were kind of fucked.
She makes like a symbol over herself as if though like the dance of a flame, as if though a warding symbol or an anti-evil eye, and shudders a little and says, "Yes, there has been a rash of murders in the south. And there are often signs of flakes of glass and stab wounds. People begin to suspect it is the children of that dark entity from beyond who do these deeds. Misbegotten and ill-guided children. May they return to the flame."
Yes, well, we might be running into them again since we have to pass by that mirror pool every once in a while.
And she kind of says, just mirror pool?
Oh, you know, the tip of my tongue. Cass, Lauren,
You know it's called
big
Stillwater.
Stillwater, yes.
She says, "Oh,
Sorry,
that's-"
brain's a little sloshy right
She
now.
says, "Oh, in the Grass Sea? It's one of the directions I was told about, but honestly, I've never been up here before, so I wouldn't know. Good to know. I will give it a wide berth while I'm traveling with you." She seems a little disturbed to learn a major landmark is associated with an evil cult, but yeah. All that said and done, unless anybody has anything specific they'd want to do, which, by the way, Saluk and Renrick would arrange for the broken climbing gears to be replaced. So
Fucking beautiful.
so
Thank you.
broken climbing gears replaced, and everybody. So okay, everyone roll me a D100. It's a faction influence roll, but Viv and Cass will make theirs separately.
Hooray!
All right.
Oh wow, I just thought I just rolled it wrong.
Oh no.
I stole all your luck, I'm so sorry.
Are we
You
going?
did.
Wait, sorry. Were we rolling together or?
No, we rolled
there's one-
separately.
yeah, Pat, I forgot to inform you, in case anybody has their channel points, that's a miss by 1 on a faction influence roll for Reclaimers.
Oh
A miss by
no.
1. Remember, players can't,
Bummer.
but yeah. So, yes, Luke says, "I have spoken. I bear heavy armor and shield." He gesticulates to himself. He does bear heavy armor and shield in his ancestral runic blade. However, I have spoken with the elders of Roost, and they have made available to us one of their fine heirloom items on the grounds it will be returned when it has had its purpose run. He looks around and he says, "In the talks, the Reclaimers were spoken of highly. I believe that some have interpreted, Madeline with the +10 to Reclaimers.
Hell
Plus 10 to
yeah.
Reclaimers.
Thank
Uh,
you.
It has been it has been spoken of highly. +10. The sign which has appeared, giving honor and glory to the Reclaimers. He kind of says this in a questioning way, but you are aware of it as you were there as progeny. So, the Reclaimers are in high regard here. Though I have done much to help, I am heavy, and they had not thought to provide them. My apologies, Lauren," he says to the breakdancing woman by the fire. But there are two wingsuits made available for the Reclaimers alone. You will only be able to operate them, however, if you are wearing light armor or lighter. And you guys have been granted +2 wing. Viv and Cass have personally received +1 wingsuit. 1 encumbrance.
Perfect.
Confers
wear armor.
a glide
Spikes go down.
speed. Must wear light or no armor to wear.
Can I still wield a shield?
Yeah, you can still wield a shield.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, Viv and Cass have received wingsuits, and Seleucus says, "Fear not, Lorne. We shall plant our feet firmly upon the ground and raise our shields in battle." And he seems pretty hyped. And he says, "Renrick and I have spoken. He's determined to remain behind for a time, and I will go ahead with you on the morrow. We will then travel together. I have reliable information on the location where an entity known as the Screecher lurks. It is a certain spire with a cavernous interior and many bone apples strewn about the top side."
No shit.
Oh yeah, we found it.
Ah, oh no, you happened
Yeah,
upon
trying to
it.
attack us.
You've witnessed the Screecher, and you made it out unscathed? That's good.
Scathed is a strong word for how he did it.
Ah, well. We will be going to scathe her next, but I must warn you. I do not believe it will be so simple. She and I met and had a great battle of many hours, and each time she would come by, and each time I would strike her with my blade. But just when I thought I had struck the killing blow, she would rise again. She is a beast of great tenacity. I feel if we could overwhelm her with numbers, we might break her. But I also fear that with whatever is set wrong about the Aratu is also the problem. Now, I believe we will need to reach the charnel heart in order to fully remove her. I have a feeling in my gut that she is more symptom than disease. Nonetheless,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
we will have to face her. I have read up upon the location of the charnel heart. Are you familiar with it? And you can roll me an int no to be familiar with the charnel heart of the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge.
I'm not gonna make that roll.
I'm gonna
My
pass on that
character
one
doesn't
too. I'm
I
not
would
very
love
certain.
to.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm very booky.
A bookie Goral. A very bookie Goral. You know that the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge, very far below, water flows all over and reaches the groundwater of nearby areas. Anything that
Wait,
goes...
sorry. Did you just say that there's water floating underground?
Water flowing underground. Yes.
And the days go by.
Yeah, so Luke's been here watching the days go by. You know, Lauren, that at the center of the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge is a facility. It has many vents on the top, and it has a thermally powered plant at its base. And
Someone say vent.
it moderates the flow of water and the purity of water in the area. If anything were to go wrong there with, I don't know, poisonous gases, you think that the entire water table of the Arklands would become tainted. Like, the well water wouldn't be good to drink in the Arklands anymore.
Oh no.
And streams that come up from subterranean sources.
So this area is the charnel heart of this Aratu?
The charnel heart is at the core of that facility.
Okay.
There is record of one other time when the the Spire sent had to go down there. You did really good. You've read this passage from the journal of a Magitech specialist from before the time of Clades, who went down there and fixed the place up. And they said that they had to offer a soul. And there was a great beast that struck out at them. It had a ravenous soul. And without another one on offer, and their company very poorly depleted and wounded, and having taken casualty, they had to drag it in and, with a dagger, slay the wounded ravenous soul within the charnel heart, and then consecrate it, not killing it, but dispersing it across the Aratu to sustain it by healing the Aratu. And in those days, there was a poison spraying across the land because of it. Because the vents in the facility had grown clogged by a spiritual miasma, a membrane that caught the gases it was purifying below. The gas you run up to up top is actually a purified form of some of the gases below, and it is suspected to have been a terraforming machine. Because it creates the conditions that the floaters and other species native to the Aratu best survive within. this Uratu's very nature is almost mechanically augmented, as if though it was never fully given over to its purpose. Perhaps that's why the water that flows through it is so pure and fine to drink for the creatures of this dirt.
Well, shit.
All that to say, Lauren, you know that there is a sigil of lights, as if though intended for some sort of four-digited entity with like one digit on either finger, and that the combo is up, mid, left, mid, down, mid. To unlock.
Oh, you're writing this
door.
down?
Yeah, I wrote that down in the chat.
Because I didn't write it down.
Yeah, you could copy paste that somewhere for the chat, but it's in the chat. That is the combination on the holographic lock that you must reach out and interact with. They put a note saying, best to put whole hand in. These things must have had massive, quote-unquote, fingers. They also make mention that, some of the things there, almost had clamps designed, like, it seemed like the original inhabitants must have designed it to be moving around with clamps. Because you need to get a huge grip and have strong arms and a good grip to pull back on relatively flat but somewhat grooved grabs. You could roll me an int heal upon reading that.
Upon reading it, like
Yeah.
like now or
Yeah, like now.
All right. Do 2d6. It's giving me.
Yeah, just
Well.
okay. Yeah. I think, or is it all heal rolls? I don't know. Whatever. No, yeah. Roll with the 3d6. Fuck it.
Okay, so should I just roll an extra d6 since I've already rolled?
Just redo it. Just redo it.
Okay.
Yeah, your scientific hypothesis is very quickly that between what you're learning about the lock and what you're learning about the interior of the facility, this was designed for creatures with claws. Like crab claws. Pincers.
Okay.
Goddamn.
But yeah, with that, you know the location is in fact the location isn't the spire you were at. It is one further away. But you know the way there. You know generally where it should be relative to other locations. With poor visibility in the Gaseous Gorge right now, you might still want to set the sextant if you guys consider the system strain to be worth it right now. All that said and done, you rest for the night, and everybody heals up except you're already full health, and everyone -1 system strain.
All right.
Oh no, we're outside of the Uratu.
Yeah, you're outside of the Uratu. You were in Roost. Roost is beyond the Uratu. It's near, but beyond
Makes
the
sense.
Uratu.
Gotcha. Good thing we got here first.
Yeah.
Cass, Viv.
Yeah, that's why
I
we were
did
making that mad dash for it.
I did some research on this Uratu before leaving the Spire, and I compiled this sheaf of notes on the charnel heart. So you might want to go over these before we get to the facility. And I like hand them like a clipboard with a bunch of notes on it.
Yeah.
I'm no longer on fire, so I can actually like read things, which is nice.
Yeah, you do not puncture or burn the paper, respectively. And everyone, don't forget to take down your system strain. It's very important. But yeah, you guys read up on the Uratu. And you learn about the Uratu. And what you learn about the Uratu is exactly what Lauren learned. Yeah. You have all her info. And in the morning, Saluk joins you. And Anella is also looking to join you. And just to be crystal clear here, Viv, would you care to drop Henchkeeper into chat for everyone?
That I can do. I think, is this my new hench?
Hanella is indeed your new hench.
Well, I'm tempted to keep her.
Hey.
Hench wench.
And let me just verbally confirm this.
So long.
Due to our delayed start tonight, is it cool with everyone if we play through until 9:20? Alright if you've got to go before then.
I'm cool.
I'm fine with playing until 9:20.
Excellent. All right.
Yep, I'm great.
Yeah, within 24 hours, you arrived here, more like within 24 minutes. The hench will not fight except to save her own life, but will escort you on your adventures and risk great danger to help you. Yeah, one for every 3 character levels you have rounded up. So, you have a single hench, she's your present hench, and, yeah, Priestess Hanella has joined the party.
Damn. Good shit.
Hell yes, I will take such good care of her.
And Saluk has also joined the party.
I look at you knowingly.
Saluk has a very fine metal flanged shield and a runic ancestral blade, which seems to thrum with a vibrant, unconquerable spirit as he looks at you with his friendly but hard gaze and says, "Companions, the morning has come. Come, you must sip upon the brew from the bone apple's teat and be hardened for the journey."
I'm not against having a little bone juice in the morning.
Oh,
Have you tried this?
So does it cause system strain to her?
So okay, so
Is
bone
she just
apple
gonna
tea.
like completely undo?
Okay, so bone apple tea. The first time you drink it on this adventure, does not cause system strain. Every other time will. Bone apple tea is good for 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pull Saluk aside for a second.
Yeah. He's like my fellow guardian. What?
I would like to clarify really quickly with you, Lee. He's like a more experienced fella, right?
Yeah, so Saluk is a
he's
guardian
very
who often likes to go out into the field and do good.
All right. Sir, I was wondering where you were going to lead us on today, either the Screecher's Lair or to the Charnel Heart. I feel like if we go directly to the Charnel Heart and stamp out this infestation from the source, we can avoid dealing with the Screecher directly.
I agree. I had intended to confer with our Reclaimer companions. Although you know they can be overzealous at times, I think that those two have proven that they are reasonable. So, I think we should confer with them, but as much as I would like to match my steel against that Banshee once again, you speak wisely. And yet, what if she were to take us from the rear? I have often been taken from the rear in the field, and while exciting, it can prove complicating. Roll me a charisma convince to convince Saluk that he doesn't want to, prevent
Be
her
taken from the rear.
Yeah.
All right. It's not a strong suit, but hey, let's go.
Yeah, Saluk says, "There is wisdom to your words, my fellow guardian. I will support your proposition that we make dead for the heart. After all, that is where we will solve it, although I would ask, do you have a soul in hand?"
No.
Then we will not be able to do anything with the charnel heart.
All right.
Well,
Interesting that he should ask that.
Let us confer with let us confer with the others. And Saluk's basically asking if it's chill to like go meet with the others again. The runner's house has less people in it in the morning, but there's still some people coming and going, and step at the bone apple teat for some bone apple tea. And Lawrence Luke come out.
The priestess.
Yeah, indeed. Hanella has proven most cooperative and helpful. I think she has all the Arkland's best interests at heart. So, he kind of passes out green saucers with little teacups on them. A almost like melted down green Jolly Rancher, green looking tea is before you. It's a bit sour, but also sweet. I'm assuming everybody drinks up.
Yep.
I do so.
Knock it
Disgusted.
back.
All right, you are immune to the effects of the gas of this place for the next 12 hours.
Oh, thank God.
So Luke is going to bring a bone apple teapot with him to brew up more. But that will have associated risks because each time you drink after this, you will gain a system strain. And so Luke doesn't want you guys to get pushed over the edge. So Luke kind of confers with everybody and says, "The Lord and I were just speaking this morning about our plans for heading out." He kind of looks at Helwa because, Cass has been deferring to her, so Luke gets the sense she's in charge and says, "Did you have any strong feelings about where we would head next? We know the location of the Charnel Heart, but there are other considerations."
If we can make it to the Screecher, there's a non-zero chance I might be able to subdue it with enough time and a little bit of luck with my magic.
I see. Yes. You are a woman of spells. I am a man of steel. I have stood against her before, but you should know that she is ferocious and tempting. Require both strong heart, mind, and body to resist her. I have no doubt that your artifices are grand, but know that she has her own wiles, strength. I would keep close to your bodyguard when we enter.
Truly, truly. Jorvik, will you be accompanying us?
And Jorvik gives his wing a smile, and he looks over. He's like, "Oh, I meant the one who looks like she could kill a lot of people," and points at Cass.
I'm not a bodyguard.
Forgive
Yes.
my presumption.
We are of like mind, she and I.
Indeed,
So whose soul are we using to quell the Aratu?
that is the question.
I happen to have something from my travels on me, actually. And Vivienne pulls out a small black stone from her pouch. She holds it
Holy
out and
shit.
says, "This is a soul of a creature who was previously living in the Infrarush. I don't think you would be against assisting us in this case. And besides, perhaps it might even provide a number of new resources to the area."
Yep. Roll me a mental save really quickly.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that's good. I was gonna suggest we just snag one of the townspeople and make a dash for it.
You feel an acidic burn at the top of your brain and a basic bubbling alkalinely rising up to meet it. The stem of your spine is alight with a strange electricity, and your guts churn like a massive, as yet untapped oil field. And it cries out in your mind, "Return me to the earth, the dirt, the world, the sea below. Set it right." And Saluk, as you're feeling this, looks at you and says, "That is an option, although I would ask the providence more closely of this soul if it comes from the Infrarush, and you intend to introduce it to the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge. Perhaps the healing will color the nature of the end result. What do you think that soul wants?" And the blameless soul, leaves a spark in your mind, Viv, that almost says that while it is blameless, it now kind of resents the fact that it wasn't used to heal the Infrarush.
Yes, well, we can't all get what we want. She slips it back in her pouch.
And Luke would say, Luke kind of looks between Viv and Cass and Lauren, and he leans in and he says, "Tell me, what do you think is going to happen with Roost after you've used that soul? Will the people here be safer? The water tables of the Arklands pure?"
I actually forgot she had that thing.
Listen, I assure you it's harmless. All it wants to do is to be of use and stop having to worry about so many busy things going on. Maybe it's a little bit far from home, but a resting spot is as good as any. It'll find good company here.
All right.
I'm sure.
Saluk kind of looks at Lauren unwordlessly, but as if they're like looking for a sign of like anything in particular.
Shrug. This is her first time in the field, so she doesn't really know much
Okay.
about souls and this and that.
He's not.
My
getting...
character pats you on the back. Lauren's learning these things.
Luke nods and looks back at Vivian. Viv, you can tell he's kind of sizing up what you're saying. Give me a charisma convince, because Saluk is a little curious about what you acclaimers are up to, and you found it a little funny you spared Pyre, and now you're spared the Infrarush. Now you're showing up with some other soul from the Infrarush, and he's not so sure about that either. So you need me a charisma convince to convince you boys Saluk this is a good idea.
All these people keep thinking reclaimers are about destroy, but we're here out in increasing the market value of the land, improving opportunities for local businesses. Vote reclaimer. We care. We care the
Jeez.
most.
Jesus, give me the charisma
Vote Reclaimer.
convince.
We'll lower the taxes on businesses, not you.
Well, that's a 1 and a 6, which means I get to re-roll that one.
God.
That's a 4, so a 4 and a 6 and a 1 is an 11. Look at that.
With an 11, Luke looks at you and says, he thinks about it, and he says, I know that, the Reclaimers and the Arcanists, and the Guardians don't always see eye to eye, but I am heartened for the future to know that, even though our clades are ideological rivals, we are here of common purpose, to do what is good for the people of the land, and protect them from dangers. I will defer to you in this matter, Vivienne Hallois, as I believe that you have the best interests of the land and people at heart. You have my blade and my shield.
Yeah, and it's not like anybody else is volunteering to be sublimated into the fucking gorge.
Luke nods and says, fair.
Well, we shouldn't speak too soon. Hanella, are you eager to become part of this land and give up your soul for?
Anella kind of like grimaces and shakes her head and she says, I think that I have much left to do. And she's kind of like stepping away, like, what the fuck, trying to make me a human sacrifice?
I'm not suggesting we do that. I was simply making a point that we have the opportunity to help this place without seriously harming anyone, especially our dear priestess Hanella.
She steps back and says, that's great. And she seems a little touched that you called her dear.
We could always pay for someone's child's education.
And Saluk kind of looks at Lauren like, surely you jest, my fellow guardian.
Yeah, of course.
Could you imagine to live in such dystopic a society would do such vile things? No, we of the Arcspire are far more refined. Now, let us set out and unite the Arclands in security.
Oh, that I agree to immensely.
And Saluk has joined the party. Do-do-do-do. Nella has joined the party. Do-do-do-do. Please check your party screen to change the formation. Anyway.
What?
As you got...
RPG references.
Oh, okay.
And,
Sorry,
yeah,
I
as you
don't
guys...
play RPGs.
You guys step out into the center. Several people, wave you on your way. Someone says, "There goes to Luke, the other guardian," and someone says, and someone's like, "There go the Reclaimers." The Spire said they're gonna go deal with it, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And Luke kind of like waves, like, "Yeah, yes I am, yes I am." And
So Luke, the badass, he will die.
I'm sure he'll be fine. This creature can... We dealt with it before. There's nothing that can go wrong.
No, we didn't actually fight it before. Or are we trying to be hush-hush about that?
yeah, so Oh shit! Hold on. I didn't grab Jorvik. All right.
My boy.
So technically 6 people leave because everyone thinks Jorvik is real and just doesn't question it. Um,
Yeah, this
and
party is really bulking up in size.
yeah, and you are prepared. I would like to point out you are personally responsible for 3 of the tokens of this map right now. Yeah, you're back out, ready to enter the gorgeous gaseous gorge. You've got 12 hours of immunity, and I have a fun fact for you. So you remember that? So okay. Now is really the time when we need to know the plan. Are you planning to go back to the place where you encountered the Shrieker?
My thought was yes.
My thought was no.
I
should
believe
just
Luke's thought was no.
Go straight to
You
the
know-
I,
charnel
of course,
you know,
heart.
defer
that's-
to Viv.
That's I will say
That's a
Lauren
party
would have
line
a good
split.
point. I will say no, Lauren has a good point because if the Screecher comes after us, we can deal with the Screecher at that time, assuming we're not hanging perilously from a bridge. And if it doesn't, problem solved.
Right. Lee,
Mhm.
how long would it normally take us to get from here to the charnel heart?
Normally a good 18 hours, but if you take the shortcut that you got attacked by the axe raptors on, you could make it inside about 10.
We might have to
Let's
take
go
the
get
shortcut.
attacked by axe raptors again.
Let's go get attacked by axe raptors again.
Yeah, it's preferable to whatever fucking gas we might have to deal with.
It's preferable to losing Viv to system strain.
I'm
Yes.
so close to popping off. It's gonna go terrible.
Identity loss. Some things we don't want to fuck with right now. Yeah.
So the Spire sent travel. You're gonna have to navigate back there. There is a haze today. A long, drawn-out haze, a purple haze.
Oh,
You stand
shit.
upon the rim of a stone obelisk jutting out of the abyss below, and it feels as if though this place, this plinth, all along the stone watchtower, you see wispy visions.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yes, and of a Jimi Hendrix. And as this happens, the dulcet tone of the bass, someone's going to give me a whiz survival to guide you guys back to the shortcut.
I
because you
was
don't have
just
visual.
thinking we have to pass through the Screecher's cave anyway if we're going to take the shortcut. So
Not necessarily.
don't.
Not necessarily.
oh, we don't.
We didn't
I thought
take the
I thought
shortcut
there was
the whole
only
way.
one way. Oh, okay.
No.
All right. all right.
We veered away from the shortcut actually. I'm gonna try
Okay.
that survival, by the way. Do I get the bonus from the blowy thingy?
Nope, the sextant is presently pointed at a different location, Roost. It will only help you if someone takes the system strain to reorient it.
No, I can take a system strain.
I was gonna say, looking at you,
Look below.
Cass.
I pop a system strain. I'm back up to
Alright,
6.
much-
Which, to be clear, I'm still kind of myself.
You put a metal slit to your mouth, and as if there were an inhaler, you you fill it with your intent, and it fills you with ozus. And the sextant twists to your desire. Give me a whiz survival with advantage.
Oh, I thought it was a +2. Never
No.
mind, that was a 6.
No, but you get to roll.
my apologies.
You get to roll again. It's fine. So
Yeah,
that's
let
a
me
6.
try that again. Ooh, I liked the
Well,
first roll
yeah,
better.
take the 6. You get there. You get there. It's running on close to 6 hours. Maybe 7. You feel like you're about 50% through immunity. By the time that you are arriving. And you find yourself back at the teetering tops. You see the crusty, dismissed bone apples dropped here and there. And there is still an upgust. Now you might ask, what's upgust? And the answer is, yeah, boy.
No, I wouldn't. Fuck you.
Um,
God damn it.
I didn't ask that. I don't think that that's something I would do.
You arrive. You arrive at the gorgeous Gaseous Gorge. And everyone give me a whiz notice if you would be looking down. You choose to look down.
Always.
Only when I'm on one of these spires will I look down.
Alright, well, give me a... You guys arrive at the first spire. Yeah, sure. Throw yourselves up at the first spire. So Luke will, post up here. Anella is in the back. Jorvik is wherever Viv is. Roll me a mental save if you look down.
I'm not
A
doing
mental
it.
save,
Mm-mm.
not
Yeah.
a whiz survival
Stay the hell away.
Mental save.
or whiz notice.
No. Oh, so you roll the whiz notice and then the mental save for looking down.
Okay.
Okay, so Pat, you look
Oh,
down
God.
and you feel filled with a sublime dread as you see how beautiful the descent is. Find yourself back on the bridge, but weren't you staying on the spire when you looked down? Anyway, Lauren, similarly, but you notice that there seems to be a brace of floaters rising.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and hug this spire right here, and hey guys, there's some of those jellyfish critters coming up here to say hello.
Oh boy.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah. And as they rise up from the mists, they seem to be pretty calm, right? They're floating by. It's almost like you're in an aquarium, but there's a 360-degree all around you, and rather than water, it's gas. They seem to be floating up, swimming, striving through the gas more easily. And then an ear-splitting comes out, and all of the floaters, their feelers fly out, and they begin to act erratically as they almost make a terrible smacking sound from their bodies. And many of them are moving towards you as you get the unalienable feeling that you are indeed suffering from a condition known only as culture shock. Okay, so thank you all for coming out. It's 9:20. We played 20 minutes over because we had a little bit of a late start. Thank you all for coming out. It is plus time. I will begin left to right. Pat, give me your plus. Give me your plus. One thing each.
Okay. Yeah, this was a very fun session. You figured out how to get us all up on system strain. That's for sure. What the fuck?
Okay, set your plus.
We're almost at personality loss point in one case, and pretty high up there on mine.
Yeah. And so what's the?
It kind of sucks that Viv has like 5 system strain, and I have 13 potential.
It is difficult to balance that. I have to be like healing's for cowards. I'm gonna just suck it up and run with it.
That's fair.
I'm saying I like this.
Oh,
This
Viv.
is good. This is not a complaint. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I like it too. It's fun. The danger level's really good because we all know what happens when we hit system strain. That's like a personality death kind of bad ending, which is very interesting. Loving that. Loving everything you've done with the gorge, and honestly, the terraforming thing was probably some of the most unique and interesting world building that I've seen in a very long time. So I guess I just want to see more of that. Good shit. You have gone in and made some very interesting concepts and implemented them in the world, and I can see that. And I see you, and I want to see more.
You want to see more bone apple tea? Absolutely, I'm hearing you. All right,
No,
so Ellie.
we're not doing minuses, but Ellie,
Ellie,
I'd be bringing that up otherwise.
Ellie, it's your plus and your plus. Try and keep it to one
Fuck
piece.
you.
Love you.
My plus is I really enjoyed interacting with the other characters once we got to Roost. It's a little bit difficult for me, but I really enjoyed that part. Plus, definitely more tense situations like that. It's very exhilarating and very fun.
Well, with the axe rafters.
Yes, and with like running from the Banshee and everything. We could have had another bad incident there if both me and Viv had failed our me and Goop had failed our rolls.
Yeah, could have had a
Oh,
bad end, if you will.
If I had failed, yeah, I would have popped off. That would have been.
And now Goopy Goop. Oh shit, I just lost Goop as I was about to go to her plus and plus plus. I'll wait for her to come back.
no.
Hi, I can hear Goop.
Oh, that's sad. Because I'm pretty
Fidel
sure
Castro.
Leaf is Cuba.
You're back. Just Fidel
Reaching in,
Castro.
yes.
Give me your plus. Plus.
My plus would be. I really did like that I got to get up in System Strain and start to see what happens without immediately dying. I was so terrified that like the moment I get above 3, it's just all gonna go. My plus what I'm looking forward to is our new menagerie of characters, and what Vivianne's inability to stop herself from getting invested in the growth of other people is going to mean for them over the course of the adventure. And so, yeah, I hope to see how they grow with Vivianne's. Teaching's a word I suppose one could use. And I'm really yes, her loving touch. And I'm very excited to see what we get up to when we get to the end of this charnel heart, using a hypothetically, not for sure, using a soul that might not be as excited for this.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It's really that meme where it's just like Viv and Saluk are sitting together in a bed. I consent. The fucking
Rock.
I don't.
love monster. I don't.
Yeah.
Is there someone you forgot to ask?
Is there someone?
Feeling it a lot,
Big
too.
shout out to Fool's Moon. They make this possible week after week. Big love to them. They are an excellent outfit for your indie game needs of the tabletop varieties. Very positive and progressive group. Keep focused on them. We are going to raid the Quelmar Realm, Mar. Remember, everyone, to drop your Throggers if you got them when we join. Just to, show support, show love. One community to another. They ran Change Stars, did a good job of it. Let's pass on the good vibes. I'm pulling the raid trigger in 3, 2, and now, but we're going to wait a few seconds for it to confirm.